Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is a recording of the Turn the Page to 2025 workshop. And I'm fussing my dog. As you know, Buddy is a big part of my coaching practice. His paw print is on every certificate that gets issued as head of client happiness. And when you work with me, you'll get to meet him very soon. So let's dive straight in to this workshop. Oh, child made me jump then. Right, he's going off into the front room to settle in, and I will just hit share on the old Paddy thing so that we can have a look at the presentation. I hope you've all got your workbook ready. I've printed it out small so that you can see it on my little screen up in the corner. Right, let's go. Ta-da! So, turn the page into 2025. I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory first. I used to do this workshop regularly, yeah, like every year. And then for some reason I stopped. And I think it was because this time of year became quite sort of charged with other things that I was doing for everybody else around me. And what I've done is I've kind of had a bit of a wake-up call from a wonderful lady whose name is Sarah. She sent me a message that said, I am fed up of being charged $25 for a 4-hour sales call to learn nothing new because these people always hold back the best bits. And I've decided to lift her up by recording this session and sending it to her because she's the reason why I'm doing this workshop. So in your workbook, the first couple of pages are just for notes. So we'll put those to one side. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the pitfalls. Yeah. Or what else could this hole in the ground be? Well, it's an intentional hole in the ground. You've dug it with a shovel, right? So let's look at it literally. You've dug a hole. This could be a hole of busyness that you are stuck in because you're constantly saying yes to everybody else, or it could be a hole that you have intentionally dug to put a plant in, right? Or it could be a place to hide the body, or it could just be a pitfall, a hole that you're digging yourself without even realizing what the point is. But for the sake of just trying to move that out of the way. How can I get hold of it to move it? Oh, there we go. Right. What happens when you don't plan? Because this is essentially what this session is about. It's about looking at what worked in 2024 so that we can replicate it into 2025 and fill in all the gaps. But first, you need to understand what happens if you don't do this. Yeah. If you don't plan, you're going to check out, zone out, scroll, chase dopamine, and do nothing in your head but build guilt and shame. This happens because our brains are constantly trying to make meaning of what we do. Yeah. And if what we do is pretend that next year is not happening, if I close my eyes all the way through Christmas, then I won't have to worry about the new year. Yeah. Then you will open your eyes with fuzzy focus. Yeah. Focus becomes fuzzy. This really means that when you take a holiday, I mean, any holiday at any time of year, before you go, if you don't get ready for coming back, yeah, when you do hit the ground and land back from your holiday, you're going to be numb and detached and unready to come back to work. So that's what I'm aiming to avoid here. What happens when you do plan? Well, you can create certainty, and you can create the kind of plan that means that you don't have to think about going back to work because you're ready. Yeah. Your readiness to return to work is undisputable, because while you're in what is probably your last full week at work now coming up, yeah, this is the time to plan what happens when you come back from work. What are the things that you've said no to so far this year, yeah, that you want to take up in 2025? What do you want to happen? Yeah. The thing with planning and with a lot of sort of, manifestation kind of stuff is that if you don't plan for it, it's definitely not going to happen. If you don't ask for it, if you don't aim for it, yeah, it won't happen. So for me, manifestation is as easy as that last statement. Plan the life you want and then follow the plan. Yeah. Don't get too caught up in the results. Just concentrate on the day-by-day steps you've got to do to have the life you want. My notes keep falling off. Stay there. So finding a way to plan. The last time I did this workshop, I handed out links for things like a habit tracker spreadsheet and a planning document which had all of the months in columns so that you could, highlight when you were going to do your planning, when you were going to do your content, if you were into social media, when you were going to have family events. If you were going to go for a long walk with your partner once a month, when was that going to be? Yeah. So it was like this huge planning pack. Yeah. And then I realized, after actually working with a range of clients, that the thing is, we're all planning for something different. And yet we all need similar things to go on in our plan for it to work. Yeah. So start by thinking, are you planning for just you, or for a team, or for a family? Yeah. And whatever method you choose to use, yeah, we'll go on and talk about lots of different methods, but whatever methods you choose, whether it's technology or software, magnets, markers, checkbox, pins, pegs, hooks, whatever works for you, yeah, it's got to work for the rest of the people who are involved in this plan. And the most important thing is that there is only one of you. So do not have things like a work diary, a home diary, a volunteering diary, a family planner. Don't have them all separate. Yeah. What I would suggest you do if you're in a busy family is have a planner on the wall and give everybody who's of a suitable age to understand it access to your online calendar. That would be the way that I would do it. But a lot of families, especially those that are neurodiverse, whether that's the adults or the kids or a mixture of both, work well with things like magnets on fridges, yeah, pin boards. The peg idea, right, was from a client who I talked through having a bedtime routine with her little one, because she's a single parent. She wanted her child, I mean, how old is she now? 4 going on 5. Wanted a method of having the child take more responsibility for her bedtime jobs, because she's a young mum, she's a single mum, she's working her what off to provide the best. She's got a part-time job and a part-time business, and she doesn't want to be a part-time parent. But in order to teach this kid the bedtime routine, right, she has a set of, I think it's 5 pegs. Yeah. And what she does is, when it's time to call her daughter and say, right, it's time to get ready for bed, she moves all of those pegs up onto a row of pins. And next to each job, there's the name of the job and a picture, right? So for the job, clean your teeth, there's a picture of a little face cleaning teeth, like this, yeah? And when she's done it, she moves the peg from not done onto the done line. Yeah? Loads of different ways of doing this. I've seen it done with a piece of paper this size, folded in half, like that, and then you separate like that. You're like this. This is instant, on the wing method, right? Right, so you've got this here, right? What you do is you stick a magnet to the bottom of each of these. Yeah, just stick a magnet to it. And when the job, you have to sort of move the fold as well. I don't know why, but it looks better if it's torn at the top and the bottom. You write the job up here, yeah, and when it's done, the child folds it up and it either attaches to another magnet or sticks naturally because it's on the fridge, right? And then they can see their next job and they fold it up like that and so on, yeah? I've seen this done where the paper isn't torn at the top and where there's just slots cut and then it folds up like 2/3 of the way so the child can still see the face of the job, yeah, whether it's a child putting their PJs on or whatever other jobs you've got at bedtime, yeah, whatever your jobs are. For this particular individual, there were 5 jobs that she wanted her daughter to get the hang of, yeah, cleaning teeth, PJs, getting out her school uniform for the following day, book bag, and something else that I can't remember. Anyway, 5 things. So whatever works for you, you can create a plan for the people that you work with or the people that you live with, right? In this case, or your daughter. Yeah? This plan sets out, these are the things we're going to do before bed. And as they're done, they're done. Ugh. This goes to sleep if I talk too much, you see. Right. If anybody can tell me how to change the time, no, it's all right. Right, let's go to the next slide. Right, what we're going to do now is a little bit of breathing. So I'm going to plug in my headphones and put my headset on so that I can hear what you hear. This breathwork set is called the 7 breath. Yeah, you breathe in, hold, and out. And that is shown on, come on, next slide. Here we go. So you breathe in, hold, and a long breath out. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on a count of 4. So it'll be in for 2, hold for 2, and out for 4. And towards the end of this 4-minute breath, we will extend it to 4. So we'll breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I don't think it will let me share both things, but let's try putting the music on. Now, I hear that. The question is, do you? What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to stop the share just to be on the safe side. I'm going to stop the share from the iPad and go back to music only, because that way I will know for sure that you can hear it on the recording. Okay, so remember breathing in, hold, and then out slowly. I will try and draw the number this way around so that you can see it. Yeah, but you're breathing in, 2, hold 2, out 2, 3, 4. Right, if you're ready, wiggle your bum in your chair, Shrug your shoulders a few times. Get yourself settled. And I will go back to the beginning of the track. One, two, out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold. 4. In. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 3. 4. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. And in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. In. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. And hold. Out slowly. Breathe in. 2. Hold. And out slowly. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. Out. 2. 3. 4. Breathe in. 2. Hold. 2. And out. 2. 3. 4. In. 2. Hold. Out. 2. 3. 4. In. 2. Hold. Out. 2. 3. 4. Last time. Hold. Out. 2. 3. 4. We'll extend next time. In. Hold. Out. 2. 3. Now slowly. In. 2. 3. 4. Hold. 2. 3. 4. Breathe out. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. In. 2. 3. 4. Hold. 2. 3. 4. And out really slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Let it all go. Breathe all the way out. And there we go. That was a tiny bit of breath work. Unplug the headphones. Right. That was a tiny bit of breath work. That was called integrative breathing, where you are actually breathing in a way that you can integrate into your daily life. So let's go back to the iPad. Oh yes, I've got to do the sharing thing again. Share. Share to that. Share to that. Share to that. It's thinking about it. There it goes. Right. So now let's get started on some planning. This is the 2024 assessment, right? And We're just going to spend a couple of moments on each of these boxes, because I want you to, now that you're relaxed and connected to your body, I want you to allow your pen to give you the answers. Let's start with naming a couple of things, preferably 3, but a couple of things that went really well in 2024. Things that you would call wins. I love doing that. Anyway, wins can be anything. They can be, not thumping anybody while waiting for your child at the school gates, right? That can be a win. If that is a genuine struggle for you and you genuinely think you cracked it because you didn't do it this year, claim it. Claim it as a win. We don't spend enough of our time acknowledging our wins. Yeah. Did you close a big deal at work? Did you finish a project at work that you weren't even sure that you could do to start with? Yeah. What wins come to you from 2024? That's it. Keep writing. Keep writing. Now have a think about lessons that you have learned. Yeah. One of the lessons I've learned in 2024 was about trust. Yeah. Trusting someone to do what they say they're going to do. Yeah. Sometimes that can be a challenge. And it's also a challenge not to be let down when someone who says they're going to do something, yeah, doesn't. Because it says more about them than it does about you. So that could be a win and a lesson. But what have you learnt this year? What have you learnt, really? Yeah. I'm going to think about that. Hey, birdie. Is he a good boy? Yes, he is. Lovely. Now, the next thing to have a look at is, out of your wins, yeah, out of the things that went really well during the year, are there anything, or is there anything in particular that you want to do more of? Yeah. It might be from the wins, or it might be something totally different. Your wins may all be business related, but something you want to do more of could be more time with your family. Yeah. What immediately comes to you? Don't think about this too deeply. Don't think about this too deeply. This is just having a look back and a quick assessment of 2024. What do you want to do less of? I would want anybody who works with me in the community to spend less time doing stuff that other people should be doing. Yeah. And I want to spend less time getting caught up in other people's BS. Yeah. Sometimes it's really easy to get frustrated by somebody's lack of action or lack of commitment or lack of whatever. Yeah. And I've done quite a lot of that during this year. But that's one thing I want to do less of. If you're watching the recording of this, by the way, yeah, by all means, just pause if I move on too quickly. The next question is, why these wins are important to me. Okay, so look back at your wins. Yeah, up in that top box. I don't know if you can see my pointer, but it's here. Show it there, top box. Have a look at those wins and answer the question, why are these wins important to me? And do the same thing with the lessons. Why are these lessons important to me? And if I'm moving too quick, please pause. Because I want to spend as much time in your standout memories, right? Let's think about standout memories. If you closed your eyes and had to tell me one story, good, bad, fun, tragic, whatever, yeah, what would be the one thing that you'd share? What's the standout memory or memories of this last year? Strangely, my standout memories are of people who passed away. Because when they did pass away, I always now, it all started when my husband passed away suddenly in 2012. But since then, everybody who's died has had like a devotion in time from me, where I write in my diary, in my journal, the standout memories I have of that person. Yeah. And that exercise has been really comforting to me. So one of my standout memories has got to be writing. Writing for no reason other than to focus my mind in those memories and write. So what stood out for you in 2024? Now, I want you to take this piece of paper, now you've done it, and put it to one side, because we are going to return to this. Yeah. Because for 2025, I've come up with, in your workbook, you'll see them, all of these different ways of starting to pull your plan together. I think if I minimize myself, that should stop me being in the way. Right. So, except for you now can't see me wave things around, can you? Oh, let's put myself back here. I'll move out of the way when I get there. Right. This first one, yeah, with the coloured boxes, is obviously printed out this size, no good to man the beast, right? But what you can do is you can cut these boxes out or print it much bigger, draw a box on the fridge, and decide what things are important for next year. Yeah. So habits, wishes, and dreams for 2025. Let's start off with things that are non-negotiable. Yeah. Fill in a couple of these while I'm going through them. What are non-negotiables? Non-negotiables for me are things like walking the dog twice a day. There is only me, yeah, in this household to walk the dog. So it's down to me. Oh, he's curled up on the floor. It's so sweet, right? What's important to me? My garden is important. My mum is important, yeah. I'm not saying that my garden is just as important as my mum, or my mum is less important than my garden. I'm just saying these are important things to me. When I'm doing my planning for next year, I have already, on a sideways plan, I think where I'll put it now. Yeah, it's because I'm still working on it. It's not on the wall yet. Hang on, I've got it here. Don't go away. Don't go away. Is it? Yeah, I think this is the start of it anyway. This is the start of it. Right, so this has got every day on it. And I've decided that the first Sunday of every month, I'm going to go for a long walk. Yeah, long walk with the dog. I've also picked out 4 days, 1 a quarter, yeah, 1 every 3 months approximately, when I'm going to have curry night at home. And it's either going to be with friends or my mum or my sister or somebody. I'm going to invite people around. I'm going to order takeaway curry. I get it delivered here, right? I know I'm still fairly rural, but I'm close enough to a town to get curry delivered. So there's 4 of those. I've already put on here birthdays for my sister, my mum, my other sister, and me, and their spouses and things like that are all on this. So those are what I would call the special days for this box. What else have we got? Family time. How often do you want to spend time with your family? What kind of family time do you want to spend? Do you want to go out into the nature type stuff? Yeah. Again, if you've got a household with a dog in it, yeah, then great family expeditions can be had by tying it in with a dog walk. You can go and walk the dog somewhere different. If you're in a relationship, date nights. How many date nights do you want to have in 2025? Yeah. If you have them weekly, that's 52. If you have them monthly, that's 12. Do you want them every 3 weeks? Yeah. What are your wishes and dreams in that department? And the same for me time. Right? When it comes to me time, let's just think of some me time things. Excuse me. Let's just think of some me time things. Off the top of my head, massages, get my hair done, yeah, get my nails done. I get my nails done every 3 weeks, regardless. I get a haircut every sort of 6 to 8 weeks ish. So those times are an opportunity for me to have some me time. Yeah, I take the dog with me when I go and get my haircut, and my hairdresser's dogs love him. They all play in the garden, and then after I've had my hair done, I will go for a walk along the river near her house. Yeah, and that's a bit of me time. It's not just going to get my hair cut, yeah, because that's kind of functional. Everybody has to go and get a haircut, yeah, and when you've got short hair, you have to go more frequently. Otherwise, you end up looking like a mop or a loo brush. So I have that opportunity to tag a bit of me time on the end of every hairdresser's appointment. And I do, yeah. So every 6 to 8 weeks, I go for a walk somewhere different, yeah. And as you can see, I've already coloured in this bottom square for you for planning 2026, yeah. When are you going to do your plan for 2026? Yeah. I'm actually going to do mine in 2 parts. The first one I'm going to do before my birthday, which is in July. So like end of June, beginning of July, I'm going to stop and have a look at 2025 and make sure that I'm aiming to finish 2025 how I want to. Yeah. The way I plan is not like any of these systems because I run a business and a home. Yeah. So my planning, I'll show you my planning in a minute once we've gone through a few more of these. Yeah. So when are you going to start planning 2026? Let's have a look at the next one. The one in the middle there, goals for 2025. Now, if you've got 3 straightforward goals, you can name them and you can break down how to do each of these things. Remember, the smaller the step, the easier it is to achieve, which is why I've also done another version of it for you, which is the one that I'm probably in the way of. Let me move myself out of the way. Right, here we go. This detailed goal setting, yeah? Because the reason why this is detailed is because you can take your ideas from the previous sheet and then expand them. What is the goal? What is the motivation for doing it? When do you want it done by? And then as many steps as you can. Yeah. Break it down as small as you can. This little self-care planner was a planner that I used for a while until, as I said, my planning has become regular and weekly and 6 weekly. I do in chunks. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But when you're getting started with self-care, having a self-care planner stuck on the inside of your bedroom door is the best place for it, in my opinion. And make sure that you cover, as stated on here, your physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and your emotional health. And your emotional health box is bigger than all the others. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because our emotional health is the most challenging and easy at the same time, one to look after. And there's a space on there for things to remember. Things you can put in there, things like your favorite quotes for the week. Now, the next couple of pages in your workbook are those 2 habit tracker pages. I've printed out 2 of them so that you can make up a year. There are, as you can see, 5 weeks in every month. You can use the top line. Oh, what are we going to do here? Yeah, you can put a number in each one, or if you want to use this purely as a habit tracker, if you decide what your habit is, yeah, you can write it across the top, and then each one of these is a month, and you can put a tick in the box every time you do it, if it's a daily thing. And that's the same with this spiraled habit tracker, right? A lot of people find this more attractive than a whole bunch of tick boxes. Yeah. But if any of you watching this want the spreadsheet that I've made for habit tracking, give me a shout. I'll pop it over to you. It's a Google Sheets thing, which you can take a copy of and then make it your own. But on here, you can put a bunch of habits. You can put the days of the month around the very outside edge, and then you can color in these squares, or you can tick them. They look better colored in, I'll tell you that, right? And that will give you a month at a glance for up to what we got here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 habits. Yeah. This is a good one for kids as well. Yeah. If you want them to get into doing the same things every day and getting into a routine, which will help them. Yeah. You could have, morning chores in a list. You could have your evening chores, or you could have daily chores, weekly chores. Yeah. However you want to involve your child in the running of your house. Yeah. This is a good one. Now, the next one is a bit more cutesy, right? If you're a cutesy kind of person, right? But the important things about your daily routine is the time you get up, the time you go to bed, right? This is going to sound bonkers, and this is one of the very few times when I will actually say to you, right, you must do this. You must get up and go to bed at the same time every day. You must. Your body needs that routine, that regularity, right? The reason why you're knackered on a Monday when you go back to work is because you had a lay-in on Saturday, a lay-in on Sunday, and by the time it came to Monday, your body thinks that, 10 o'clock is the new getting up time. Same time every day. I was just as questioning of it as you probably are right now, but honestly, it really works. I've gone to the next slide already. That was a sneaky peek the way I plan my week, right? So once you've got your getting up time and your going to bed time, create yourself a morning and an evening routine. Yeah. That could be once you're up, yeah, you could do stretches or yoga or go for a walk, eat a nourishing breakfast, all of the things, right? But make it, make it easy on yourself, yeah? 4 things every morning, 4 things every evening. Write down the 3 things that you're going to do each day for self-care at the bottom. And then you could possibly laminate this sheet, yeah, so that you can tick things off and rub it out. Do it again, yeah. Or you could stick this to the fridge and have little magnets like these ones. Oh, these are really good. These are little pawn. Where's the camera? There we are. Pawn-shaped magnets, and you can just use them. If I had something magnetic behind this, it'd be really cute. But you can put your magnet on the thing. This is what I'm saying about magnets and charts and things like that. They work really great for some people. And for other people, you'd rather see a spreadsheet. Yeah. I'm not inside your head. I can't tell you how to plan. All I can tell you is what you need to cover in your plan. So this is what works for me. Yeah. This is why I'm saying what works for you is going to be different, right? Because I'm sure you've taken one look at this and gone, oh my God, right? This is what works for me. It's weekly momentum, and alongside 6 8-week cycles per year and 4 weeks off, this is how I plan my home life, my leisure time, and my work time, right? Every week, I pick a main project, sometimes 2, but it's usually 1, yeah? And I split that up into at least 6 baby steps, yeah? If I'm working on 2 projects, I will probably get busy with the ruler and separate these so that each project has got room for 6 steps, right? I, generally speaking, work 6 days a week when I'm in full-on work mode. But on my weeks off, I will drop that down to only a couple of hours each day. So I will definitely have only 1 project running at that time. Now, the projects are set out in my 8-week cycles, right? So every 8 weeks, I will have a different main project, yeah? But each week, I look at my wins, my lessons, and questions. These questions are for my coaches. Every coach needs coaches, yeah? We all do. So when I'm looking at my wins and my lessons, I will think about my questions as well. Don't worry about what's actually written on this plan, because it's all very personal to me. Everything in that kind of turquoisey color is to keep my business running. Everything that's shaded in gray is work that I do in the Gladiator Mastermind. Everything that's yellow, those value hunting, that's where I go off into other Facebook groups and hunt for places where I can add value, where I can give something away for free, where I can answer a question, yeah, and I do that every day. That purple one is the weekly call for my community, yeah, and all of these things are put on. Do you remember we were looking way back? Where were we? When we were looking at this page, yeah, of the non-negotiables, the important things, yeah, all of those things get put into this plan first, yeah. That's why over on the left of that, you can see this is week 1. So this is what week 1 will look like. Every week 1 looks the same. I have 6 week 1s every year, yeah, and a cycle is 8 weeks. That's 6 weeks of action, 2 weeks of recovery, 4 weeks completely off. And you can see all of the space, yeah, all of the space in between things is where I put things like on this week's plan, yeah, this week is more full up at the bottom. See all those green things? They're all Christmas things, right? So tomorrow I'm having my nails done. Mum's coming around for lunch. Handyman's coming in the afternoon to help me put some things up that are too big. Then on Wednesday, I'm having my hair done. Gladiator Mastermind party on Thursday. And then on Friday, I actually get a Tesco delivery, which is my groceries for Christmas delivery. So I put all of those things in. I try to leave Saturday as blank as possible and Sunday as blank as possible. I also try to leave Friday as blank as possible. So when I'm creating this plan, I will load Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday usually, but not so much Thursday. I would try to fit as much in to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as I can, because that enables me to do as little as I need to do on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyway, that's a lot of talking about a plan that is only any good for me. Yeah. This might be a way of planning that I suggest to you if you're running your business. Or if you live alone, right? Because I do both of those things, because I live alone, well, apart from the dog, obviously, and my mum, who's around here quite a bit. We don't actually live together, but we live close by. So this plan works great for that set of circumstances. Yeah. If you're not planning for a family, if you're not planning for a big team, if there's only you, the dog, and your mum to look after, this might be a good way of planning. But on the other hand, it might not. Right. This is where we pick up 2024 plan and the next sheet on your workbook, which is the 2025 sheet, right? You're going to work with both of these now. So the first thing to do is to take what you want to do more of from the 24 sheet and write it on the 25 sheet. This is easy. This is just copying. Yeah. While you're doing this, if stuff comes to you that you want to do more of in 2025, write it in. And remember, you can pause at any time if I'm not giving you enough time to do this. The next step is to focus on your wins. When you looked at your wins and thought about why they were important to you in 2024, I want you to write that reason over onto 2025 to remind you of which wins were important to you and why they were important to you. Yeah. Then comes the longer piece of work. Remember, keep this 2024 sheet handy. We are going to return to it one more time. But now it's time to look at the rest of your 1 year plan. And this 1 year plan, right, I want this to be visible to you. Yeah, visible. So mine, when it's finished, it's not quite finished yet, will be up in the middle of a magnetic board that I've got next to me there, and it will be there, A4 sized, loud and proud in the middle of that board. And it's going to be a larger version of this. Yeah, a larger version of this 1 year plan. So one of the things that I've been talking about in content for what seems like decades, but it hasn't been, is how easy manifestation is if you break it down. Yeah. Don't be fooled by all of those people who say, if you're struggling with the law of attraction, it's because there's some bizarre secret that nobody's ever told you about, and you know, pay me $47 and I'll tell you what it is. No. Yeah. The thing with manifestation is that it is exactly the same as planning. Yeah, hear me out. If you want to be the sort of person who swims every week, yeah, put that into your plan for yourself. Plan it in on your calendar, your diary, or your weekly plan, or however you choose to plan for yourself. Yeah. And then follow the plan. plan it, do it, have it. If part of your plan for your work or business is to have 10 new multi-million pound accounts, yeah, by the end of January, no, yeah. If you want to, depends on how your business runs, but say you're say you're an advertising company or something like that, and you want to have 10 new big clients by the end of June, yeah. That plan is important, but if you follow all of the little steps that you have to do to get there, yeah, you will get there. But you have to make that plan, do the thing, and then you'll have it. This is a principle of I did it on my YouTube video this week. It's a shame we can't like suddenly switch over and play the YouTube video, but it's about 30 minutes long. Go look on YouTube, right? Depending on where you see this, I will possibly link that video over, right? In there, I talk about the ease of plan, do, have. Yeah. If you plan the thing properly with lots and lots of little steps, and then you do the things that you've planned to do to get you the thing you want, you will have it. It's a fact. So if you want to be the sort of person, like I said, who swims once a week, yeah, put it in your plan, follow the plan, and you will be someone who plans every week. And what else have we got on here? Look on here for your family and other special people. What do you want for them? Do you want to take them away on a holiday? Do you want to have some weekend time with them? Is there a special birthday coming up in the following year? Like your mum's 80th or something, where you want to make a big scene and you've got lots of planning to do for that. Yeah. Make sure those big things go on your 1-year plan for 2025. What kind of time do you want to spend on your own? This is different from things that you want for yourself. Yeah. Your time out time is time away from all of the other things you've planned. And just read through again why these wins from 2024 are important. Because the memories that you want to make in 2025 are important. Oh, it's gone to sleep again. There we are. So now I want to talk a little bit about energetic, emotional healing and release, right? If you need to pause, but if not, let's keep going, yeah? What does closure mean to you? Yeah? Closure could just mean it's over. If you can't forgive someone, can you just accept that what's happened has happened? Because we are really, really hardwired to avoid pain, right? That's what those triggers are. That's what everybody's talking about. Yeah. When everybody's talking about, oh, I was triggered today. No, you weren't actually triggered. What happened was you were reminded of a previous pain and you reacted in such a way as to avoid that pain. But the thing is, in order to heal, you need to feel it. You need to feel your way through the pain, through the discomfort. And this is how you do it. Come on, next page. Here we go. Like I said, you are hardwired to run away from pain. Yeah? But if you start to control the running that you do and aim to be running towards a refuge where you can change and grow, yeah, you can feel and heal. You can feel your way through it to heal in the end. I like these little formulas. Right? Healing is the same as dealing, is the same as feeling in safety, right? So all of those things are exactly the same and happen together. So when you are allowed to feel in a safe environment, you'll be able to deal with the pain and heal from it, right? And you need all three things. Each thing is separate, each thing comes together. By doing that, you get this increased level of clarity, yeah, and drastically reduced emotional confusion. Now, this is the best bit. Do you remember I was talking to you earlier about how you must keep hold of this bit because we're going to do something important with it? Now is that time, yeah? What we're going to do is we're going to set fire to this piece of paper, right? I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. In fact, I'm going to stop this share and see if I can put a 5-minute clock on your screen too. Because whether you put that piece of paper in, what's the word, in a wood burner or an outdoor fire or a fire pit or something, yeah, this is when you're going to do it, right? The other suggestion I made in one of the emails I sent out actually was a heavy bottomed pot. Yeah, nice big saucepan, tight fitting lid. Yeah, set fire to the thing. Yeah, put it in the pan. Keep that lid handy so that you can extinguish the fire if you need to. Yeah. So now's the time. Go away, set fire, and release 2024. And at the end of 5 minutes, I'm definitely going to have this 5 minutes up. Yeah, 5 minutes. Go burn 2024. And I'll see you back here in, oh, a little over 4 minutes. Hope you're having fun making fire. Give you another couple of minutes while I write a couple of things that I've just thought of on my plan. Right, we're in the last minute now. We're nearly in the last minute. So if you are saying goodbye to 2024 in a saucepan, yeah, put the lid on it now. Okay, there we go. We're into the last 10 seconds. So I'm going to stop this now so that it doesn't make the ghastly noise that it makes when it gets to the end. Now, I don't know if you can hear this, but at the time of recording, right, on the street just over there, there is a tractor parade of all lit up tractors. It's fabulous. I did just go to another window to have a look at it, and it's huge, huge tractors covered in lights. Anyway. Sorry for that strange alarm. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to show you before we sign off and start putting a bit more effort into planning 2025. Here it comes. Right. There it is. This is called a planning ladder. And this is a thing that I was given in college about how to set goals in a business environment. Right. So if you are one of my business ladies, have a look at this. Yeah. We start by setting goals. It's not until you've got your goals that you can develop a plan. You then execute the plan. But when you're doing a business plan, yeah, you have to keep monitoring that progress and adjust the plan so that you achieve the outcome you're looking for. Yeah. This isn't part of your workbook. If you're searching for it frantically, don't. It's not in your workbook. This is just a graphic to show you how a business plan is so very, very alike to your personal plan. You set your goals, you develop a plan, you do the thing, right? And if you keep doing the thing and the steps that you're taking are always steps towards your goal. Well, that's a loud one. Sorry, I just got distracted by a very loud siren outside. Anyway, you will get to the outcome. Yeah. Plan, do, have. And now the slideshow is not working. What if I do that? Ah, yes, Q&A, right? I'm going to take Q&A off this recording so you won't see it. This is what you need to do, okay? This is your what next. Do the work, yeah? If you're working with me, you know that doing the work is the thing that is going to get you to where you want to be. Do the work, make the plan, follow the plan. I hope you've enjoyed this evening's session. My voice is going now, so I will say goodbye for now. And I'll see you on the next workshop. Bye-bye.